Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We're about to break down UFC Fight Night, Brandon Royval versus Tatsuro Taira, which is coming to you on October the 12th, 2024. We're going to start with the prelims and with the main event, giving predictions and breakdowns on every single fight. And let's just get right into it, starting with the prelim opener of Junior Tafa versus Sharaf. This fight just got changed. Chris Barnett was supposed to be fighting Junior Tafa, but instead is now Sharaf. Chris Barnett has a home in Florida. His home is destroyed by Hurricane Milton and Hurricane Helene that just passed a week ago. He cannot make it. He is currently trying to save everything in his house. I believe he has some big damage to his house. He was unable to make this fight. So Sharaf steps in on short notice, fighting from lights out and some other like Fight Club bullshit, whatever. Just garbage divisions. Junior Tafa is going to knock this dude out probably round one. It's just going to be a slugfest. I think Junior Tafa just, again, 15 pounds lighter. Sharaf's coming off the couch. And Junior Tafa, like, again, a brawler as we know, and he's not going to be getting taken down by a dude like this. This is going to be a pure stand-up brawl. And Junior Tafa was taking out guys in the regional scene quickly. This guy's no different. He took out better brawlers than this guy. And I think Sharaf's going to get chinned inside 2 minutes and 30 seconds, which is under half a round. You might want to be looking at that if you're on the betting side. We're just going to move on to the next prelim because there's not much to talk about. Junior Tafa, again, like these guys are just going to be brawling. So under 1.5 rounds if you're on the betting side, under a round if you can find it anywhere, it's probably going to hit. Next in the prelims, we have Cory McKenna versus Julia Polastri. I'm going Julia Polastri. I think she's just better than Cory McKenna. Cory McKenna losing to Jacqueline Amorim. Like, the armbar was really, really quick. She didn't really show, like, any defense on the ground. The loss against Elise Reed, split decision. Looking back on it, Elise Reed's really, really fucking terrible. Like, I really do not like watching her fight. Julia's not too bad. Losing to Josephine Knudsen, who's actually really, really good. She beat Patricia Aluja, who's also kind of bad. But she was, I believe, an LFA champion before she headed over to the Contender Series. Put up a really good fight there, put up a nice little run, I think only like 2 or 3 fights, but she ended up getting the belt before she walked over, and I think she's going to be able to beat a Cory McKenna who cannot seem to figure out what type of fighter she is. She seems to keep changing up her game plan, and her corner has to like redirect her every single round. And I think Julia Polastri, just a more experienced fighter, a little bit older. I think she's going to be a little bit more calm. I think she's going to get some good takedowns, and I think Cory McKenna is going to have a tough time dealing with the pressure of Julia Polastri, especially after watching some of her fights in LFA and some of this Ironman stuff. She had fights in Brazil. Like, she's just a very pressure-heavy fighter, and Cory McKenna just seems like the type of girl that doesn't deal well with that. She's been beating girls who are lackluster, who don't really have good stand-up, who kind of look like shitty WMMA fighters, which is like more than half of them, it seems. A lot of them upcoming, though, the striking is getting a lot better. I'm seeing a lot of girls who, like Jacqueline Amorim, bro, on the ground look like world beaters, like literally could beat anyone ever. But Julia Polastri, again, like just she has a bigger frame. I think she's just going to overpower Cory McKenna, especially in the grappling side. Cory McKenna just looks like she has no defense. She has a Von Fluke choke, but like whatever, against someone who can't defend anything. Doesn't that girl have a bunch of submission losses too? Yeah. Well, 2. Von Fluke and Amanda Lemos gave her a rear naked. Well, Amanda Lemos isn't really known for grappling either, which is a little bit worrisome. Anyway, next on the prelims, we have Dan Argueta versus Cody Haddon. I'm going Cody Haddon. Watching back tape, Cody Haddon beat up Billy Brand on the Contender Series. Billy Brand, not really a big name, but inside that fight, Cody Haddon mixing up the striking and the takedowns too. When he couldn't find the takedowns, he was like the boxing I saw from this guy. I'm really worried for Dan Argueta. I think Dan's gonna get chinned. Cody Haddon looks fucking unreal. He is a black belt as well. He has the ground game. Dan Argueta did take out Marion Santos, who is just won on the Contender Series. He's 14-1, I believe. We'll check it out in a second. Who is a phenomenal striker, knocking out everyone. And Dan Argueta was able to take him to deep waters and gas him out and beat the shit out of him in the 3rd round inside LFA in order to get back to the UFC after losing inside the Ultimate Fighter. Cody Haddon, man, he just has really, really sick boxing. I think he's a little bit more powerful than Dan Argueta. Dan Argueta is 31 years of age. Cody Haddon, 26, looking like he's a little bit better than Dan Argueta. And if he's better at 26, man, what is he going to be at 31? I think this guy's an incredible prospect. All the Australian guys coming out right now are insane. And I think he's going to overpower Dan Argueta. I think Dan Argueta should probably stay at LFA or one of those lower divisions because he's winning some fight, like the Miles John fight. Like, Miles John's popped. That's why he lost. It's a no contest. He lost that fight. Ronnie Lawrence, premature stoppage, they say, whatever. Like, Matsumoto is actually really good. Damon Jackson, decision loss. Like, dude, come on, bro. You should be, like, I don't know. If you're a big prospect, you'd be beating Damon Jackson, no? Just me. Cody Haddon looked really slick, though. Really nice against Billy Brand. Again, it's not really a big name. It's not something that you can compare Dan Argueta to with, like, you know, Damon Jackson, Nick Aguirre, Miles Johns, Jean Matsumoto. Like, you know, these are big, high-level names. But I still think Cody Haddon has the skill to outdo a Dan Argueta, who is kind of looking, I don't know. He looks the same, bro. Like, he doesn't look like he's changing a whole lot. He's still trying to use that same fucking game plan. It's just not working. It's not working for him, and I think he needs to change it up. Cody Haddon right now looks like he's on a rampage, and I'm always going to side with the guy who looks like he's on a heat. Next on the prelims, we have Jonathan Pearce versus Pat Sabatini. I'm going JSP. I think JSP is going to outpace Pat Sabatini. I think when Pat Sabatini takes down Jonathan Pearce, if he does, I think Jonathan Pearce never settles. I think he always looks for a moment to explode. I think he's always looking to get on top, look for a better position, look to advance. He was beating the shit out of Jordanson Brito, even telling him, what are you going to do now? Like, get up. Come on, man. What are you going to do? Get up. I mean, he got up and did a ninja choke and choked him the fuck out in 3 seconds. But until then, Jordanson Brito was in some trouble, man. He was losing that round. He was losing the fight. And it looked like JSP was going to come out on top, which was a little bit worrisome for my parlay that night. Crippling gambling addict here. The David Onama fight. David Onama just put on some impressive skills. Was able to negate the grappling of JSP when he wanted it, and inside the striking, David Onama was just superior. But I think JSP against Pat Sabatini. Pat Sabatini is not really a big striker. He tries to take you down and take advantage of you on the ground. Pause. He just, like, he's going to look for a submission, and JSP's not going to settle. He's not going to let him get something easy, especially after that Jordanson Brito fight. He's going to be a little bit more weary of his neck, and I think Pat Sabatini's going to have a tough time trying to take him out. And I think if JSP has his back taken inside round 1, he's not going to let it happen inside round 2. He's going to start sprawling early, and I think Pat Sabatini's gonna have a big problem on the feet, especially when JSP starts throwing big leg kicks. Pat Sabatini's gonna have a big problem in the movement. He's gonna start shooting from outside, and when you start shooting from outside against a striker, you're in some big fucking trouble, man, because if he sprawls on you early, you're getting pieced up when you're getting back to your feet, because you're getting gassed out. Pat Sabatini is 33 years of age, almost 34. He is the smaller fighter too. JSP's a big framed fighter. Like, he's gonna be having to shoot. Like, he's gonna have to set it up, man. He's not gonna, I don't think he's gonna be able to set it up that well. I think JSP's gonna take him out. I think he's gonna just put together a nice combo, get him to the ground, and just end it with ground and pound, maybe round 3. Over 2.5 rounds maybe looks good, but I don't know, man. I'd stay away from it. I like the money line of JSP if you're on the betting side. But again, the betting side will be done on Thursday for this entire card. Next on the prelim, is this top of the prelims? No, we still got, holy fuck, we got a lot of fights. This is epic. Next on the prelims, we have CJ Vergara, whatever, versus Ramazan Temirov. Dude, these names are insane, especially when I'm tired. I'm really tempted to pick CJ. I'm really tempted, actually. Like, I especially against Almabayev, just showed a little bit of grit. Showed like he can actually handle with the big boys. Ramazan, man, hasn't fought in a year. That's a little bit worrisome, man. There's a lot of problems with not fighting for a year, right? What happened? Where are you? Right? Are you waiting for a fight? Is this like your first opportunity you're getting? Did you have visa problems? I don't know. I don't know anything about this guy. I know nothing. Fuck. I'm gonna side with CJ Vergara, I think. I don't know anything about Ramazan Temirov except for the fact that he lost to Talget Zhumagalev, who he beat in a decision later on. But losing to this guy by submission is insane. Especially watching it. I'm pretty sure this is the fight I watched. I'm not sure if this is the one that I couldn't find footage on. I'm pretty sure this is the one I watched. But like the Risen KOs and stuff, he's beating dudes that have like they just lose to everyone. It seems like they have a couple good KOs against bums, but they're not like these insane guys. CJ Vergara fighting UFC fighters and beating the fuck out of them. Daniel Lacerda, he was getting pieced up before he turned it around on him and beat the fuck out of him and knocked him out. Venetia Salvador, trash fighter, but still beat the shit out of him for 3 rounds. Got on top of him, held him down, didn't really move position like I'd like him to, but still won the fight. Azu Almabayev, like he's taking these fights. I think it was Azmat, right? Was the other one? Azat Maxim. This guy. He's willing to take these big fights, bro. He's willing to take these guys that no one else wants to take. I like the side of CJ Vergara. I think he's going to be able to impose the wrestling. I think Ramazan, if he doesn't get the KO inside the first round, I think he's going to have big problems. I think he's going to continue looking for it. I think if he continues looking for it, CJ Vergara is not going to be there, bro. He's never been knocked out. He's a very durable fighter. He usually gets submitted if he's going to lose. And I think Ramazan is going to have a problem, man. I think when he goes for big strikes, I think CJ is going to get clipped, and I think once he gets clipped, he's going to wake up and he's going to get a takedown. I think all it takes is holding a big striker down for 1 round to really, really hurt his mobility, really hurt his cardio, especially when he's a 1-round fighter. This guy gets knockouts in the first round all the time. I like the side of CJ Vergara, especially at a plus 210 underdog. A lot of love coming in on the favorite. This line's moving quite a bit. He's 27 years of age too. All fighters who are 8 years plus of age difference, usually the younger fighter wins 67% of the time, I believe it is. But this is 6 years. CJ Vergara, I mean, in my opinion, a more experienced fighter. Ramazan fighting in these leagues that like Octagon and Muradov Professional League, which I've never even fucking heard of. Like what is this, bro? Uzbekistan? Yeah, that's a no for me, bro. That's a no for me. I'm going CJ Vergara. I'll take it. Take the plus money. Underdogs all day. Next on the prelims, we have Clayton Carpenter versus Lucas Rocha. I'm going Lucas Rocha because I think in times of dire need, Lucas Rocha figures it out. I think he in the last 2 fights, LFA, Contender Series, I don't know if it's happened before too, has his back completely taken inside the first round and doesn't get choked out, is threatened with a choke consistently, doesn't get choked out, gets like word in the corner, comes out inside the second round and just looks like a beast. He beat the fuck out of Davey Bittencourt, who looked like he was going to beat the shit out of him. Davey was shooting from really far, clipped him with a knee. It was really nice, flatlined him, punched him a couple times, woke him up with those punches. And Davey was like, what the fuck happened? In LFA, Mateus Da Silva had his back taken inside the first round. Inside the second round, it was the complete opposite. Lucas was negating all the takedowns. He was shucking him off. He's beating him up. Third round, he's beating him up. He got his back taken again and still won the fight because the damage that Lucas imposed on him inside that third round was more significant than the 2 minutes of back control the other dude had, which was insane. Clayton Carpenter had a black eye literally like instantly inside his Contender Series bout against Edgar Chairez. Had a welt right away. Edgar Chairez is a nice striker, but he's more well known, I guess, for his submissions nowadays. Lucas Rocha is very, very nice on the feet, man. He has a lot of KO power, a lot of big power in his hands. And if Edgar Chairez is causing a welt below this dude's eye with a nice shot, like it wasn't even like a perfect shot, with a nice jab, Lucas Rocha is going to cause some damage. I think Clayton Carpenter is going to get finished inside 3 rounds. Plus 145 on Lucas Rocha is really, really nice. Clayton Carpenter is really good, man. Again, undefeated fighters. They have a bit of an aura about him. He did have a couple wins inside LFA, but Lucas Rocha is a little bit different, bro. I just think he has... Like, he got caught by Alan Gabriel, but... You know, people get caught, all right? There's always a puncher's chance. And I think Clayton Carpenter is going to get overwhelmed. I don't know. To be honest, it really seems to me like Lucas is just like he's playing chess in there, bro. Like he's very he's not one of those guys that's like, oh, like you know, you barely remember while you're in there. Like it just seems like a fever dream. Lucas seems like he's very conscious while he's in there, and he's making very intelligent decisions while it's happening. He seems like he's more aware of what's happening than most of the guys he fights, and I'm very impressed by that. I think Lucas has a lot of fight IQ, and I think he's going to be really impressive inside this fight. And I got him inside 3. Why not? Top of the prelims. Niko Price versus Themba Gorimbo. I'm not even going to talk about this much. Themba Gorimbo is going to beat the shit out of Niko Price. Gorimbo, again, after getting that house from The Rock, it just seems like he has a fucking aura about him. He's getting better and better and better. He's always inside the UFC PI. He's in the Performance Institute literally all the fucking time. Niko Price getting older, 35 years of age in Cape Coral, Florida. His hometown. I'm not sure if they're getting beat up by a hurricane right now, but Florida is. He's probably losing some property. I'm sure that's resting on Niko Price's mind. I'm sure his family's affected by it. I'm sure he doesn't feel too good about it. I'm sure that will affect him inside the fight. Themba Gorimbo's out here for the answers, all right? This motherfucker's nickname is The Answer. He's going to get the answers tonight when he beats the shit out of the hybrid. I think Niko Price is just going to try and do a stand-up fight with Themba Gorimbo, and I think the kickboxing of Themba Gorimbo is just going to just be way too much for Niko Price. I think he's going to get knocked out. If Phil Rowe can knock out Niko Price in 3 rounds, bro, you bet your ass Themba Gorimbo is going to be knocking him out. I've been really impressed by Themba Gorimbo's clinch work. Who was the last guy he fought? Brahim. Who was the other one? I guess is Raheem. Oh yeah, Ramiz. That's the one I was watching too a couple months ago. Like he was clinching him literally for 3 rounds. He was clinching him, tripping him, holding him, beating the fuck out of him on the ground, and then the next round would start, and Ramiz had no answer. Like Themba would just be like, "I'm just gonna clinch you. Like if you have no answer, this is what we're doing," and he would clinch him and do it. Niko Price, I don't think has the same like Themba Gorimbo, a little bit of a bigger frame. Very, very broad, very long, lanky. His arms, very long reach. Niko Price is close. It's just that I think he's going, like, if he can do that clinch work on Ramiz, I think he can do this clinch work on Niko Price. And I think if he does it, I think Niko's going to get tired inside 2 rounds. I think that 3rd round is going to be big problems for Niko Price. I think Themba Gorimbo is going to just unleash some combos. I think he got it. I don't know, man. I can't not pick Themba Gorimbo. He's super impressive. Minus 280 as a favorite. Excuse me. He just seems like the guy you really want to pick. I gotta clear my throat about 19 times here. I don't know, man. Like, there's no, you can't. I don't see any way Niko Price wins this. He's, I think, 5-4 as an underdog. He might like win against someone else, but like the Robbie Lawler knockout's a really big problem for me because he took a couple like okay shots. It kind of seemed like he like went out on his own, but he got knocked out. So I guess if he's getting knocked out from that, man, Themba Gorimbo has some hands. I'm excited to see that fight. Actually, I think that's gonna be one of the best fights of the night for sure. Sorry, I lasted way too long on that one. Start of the main card. Here we go. Daniel Rodriguez versus Alex Morono. I think I got D-Rod. D-Rod's been on a 3-loss streak. Alex Morono kind of looked shit in his last fight against, who was it? Niko Price. Yeah, there you go. Niko Price lost round 1. Alex Morono just lost the next 2. Like, I don't even know how it's possible. Niko Price was taking him down. Alex Morono was trying to reverse on him. Niko Price would, like, have perfect defense and just would not let it happen. Alex Morono didn't know what else to do other than that. And he lost the fight because of it. Daniel Rodriguez, big power puncher. I think he can put some combos on Alex Morono. I think if Alex Morono consistently shoots on Daniel Rodriguez being the bigger fighter, is just going to stay away from him. He's going to sprawl. He has a nice wide base. He doesn't get taken down too often. Kelvin Gastelum took him down a couple times. Kelvin's a different level, though. You know, Alex Morono does have a lot of wrestling background, but was able to submit Court McGee or Tim Means and take out Court McGee with a decision. I just, man, it's tough. I really want to pick Alex Morono. It's just D-Rod really, like if this is skinny D-Rod, which it seems like he's 184. Oh, I guess they haven't weighed in yet, eh? What is this at? Is this at welterweight or is this middleweight? Hold on, let me see. Does it say? Oh, it's welterweight. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm picking D-Rod, bro. Holy fuck. D-Rod at welterweight's a problem. He's dropping? I didn't know he's dropping back. Really? That's interesting. Okay. I like Daniel Rodriguez a lot at welterweight, actually. I forgot he went up to 185 just for Kelvin. Yeah, Daniel Rodriguez, bro, is fucking insane. Yeah, he lost to the Leech. I don't give a shit. He beat Kevin Lee. Oh, dude. Actually, wait a second. Oh, no. Dude, I might be wrong. Ah, fuck. You know what? I'm pick flipping. I'm going to do it. I'm going to pick flip. I think I'm going to do it. Oh, wait. No, okay. I'm just going to stick with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Daniel Rodriguez, I think I think his takedown defense is really good. I'm being genuine. It's just now I'm thinking about it though. Alex Morono's a pressure wrestler, bro. Seeing Mickey Gall in there is just bothersome. Yeah, I'm gonna go Daniel Rodriguez. I think the boxing is a little bit too much for Alex Morono. I think Alex Morono, if he gets pieced up inside that first round, bro, his cardio is gonna get really affected. Like, he just doesn't deal well with these guys with big hands. Like Buckley, Ponzinibbio, Price, like all these guys that can deal some damage. He has a little bit of a problem with them. And Daniel Rodriguez is not, he ain't no bitch, bro. He fucking throws hands. Yeah, I'm gonna go Daniel Rodriguez. I think he gets it done with a decision. I don't think he's gonna take him out, but Alex Morono might take it round. He has nice wrestling, good doubles, really, really good mounts too. Like, he can switch to it really easy. It's actually a good main card opener. It's just, I'm a little bit worried for Alex Morono, man. He just kind of looks like he's declining really fast. Daniel Rodriguez looks like he's kind of on the same way, 37 years of age, but these big boys last a little bit longer. And Daniel Rodriguez doesn't look like he's slipping too quick yet. Like, his speed's going down. Alex Morono looks like his speed's going down already. He's 34. He should be entering his prime. But, you know, I think Daniel Rodriguez was still a little bit of an advantage. Next on the main card, we have Josh Fremd versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. I'm going Abdul Razak Alhassan. I think he's just going to starch Josh Fremd. Josh Fremd, his best win being Cedricus Dumas in the last, 3 years, bothers the fuck out of me because it's literally as if he's fighting on the regional scene again. Josh Fremd should not be in the UFC anymore. I think he's not UFC potential. Abdul Razak Alhassan was beating the fuck out of Cody Brundage before Cody Brundage said he was hitting the back of my head and I can't see anymore, or whatever it was. I'm dizzy. I'm done. He knocked Cody Brundage out. And I think he's going to do the same thing to Josh Fremd inside one round. Abdul Razak Alhassan tends to knock dudes out inside for one round, just starch him. I think that's what's going to happen here. Josh Fremd's going to try and look for a takedown. Abdul's going to shuck him off. Like, he looked pretty good inside Cody Brundage's fucking fight because he was, shucking everything off. He was just pushing him away and throwing haymakers. Just haymakers. Cody went for, one takedown. Nope. Just fucking get clipped. And then Abdul was right on top, just landing big blows, and that's when he was. I think Cody was trying to move, and then got hit in the back of the head. Yeah, Josh Fremd, man, losing to Andre Petroski, holy shit, did nothing. Just got laid on and did nothing. And Abdul's 39, bro, and I'm still his physique is insane. This guy's got genetics for days. And being at 185 again, like I said, these guys last a little bit longer. I think at 39 years of age, this is probably one of Abdul's last fights. Sitting at a minus 150 favorite, I like that. I think he's gonna get it done, man. I'm really, especially his Claudio Ribeiro fight, his Chirico fight where he had kicked that dude in a minute. Impressive. The Claudio Ribeiro fight, he knocked him out inside the second round after a really clean first round from him as well. They were exchanging big blows. I see no way that Josh Fremd can get it done. I think he needs to really get out of the UFC. I hate this guy. Next on the main card, we have Chidi Njokuani. Dude, my nose is getting stuffed in the middle of this. I can't speak any of the fucking names. I'm losing my shit. Versus Jared Gooden. Why is Jared Gooden even here? Why? Dude, okay. Chidi's gonna knock him out. I don't know why Jared Gooden's here. This is a bad fight for Jared. Why is Jared fighting this? Chidi's only lost to top tier guys. literally top tier guys. Like he doesn't lose these like shitty fights. And the Duraev fight, or whatever his fucking name is, Albert Duraev, he won that fight. I thought Chidi fucking landed big ass blows. I thought he did more damage. I think Chidi should be 3-2 in his last 5. Jared Gooden, Jesus Christ, like Wellington Turman's your best win? No. Like after coming back to the UFC, if that's your best win, bro, and you can't beat Carlston Harris, and they gave you that layup, like, do you even deserve to be here again? I really don't think you do. I really, really don't think you do. I'm going to go Chidi and Njokuani. I think he's just going to knock him out inside 2 rounds. I think Jared Gooden's decent on the feet, but this is a fight that he should not have taken. Chidi is just a really big power striker. He loves to box. Jared's going to try and stand up with him, and that's not where you want to be with a guy who has fucking 80 inches of reach. He's going to out-jab you. He's going to hook from, like, angles that you're not going to be able to duck. Like, I think Chidi's going to beat the shit out of this poor guy. Oof. It's going to be a big problem. The Muay Thai from Chidi is going to be insane. I think Jared Gooden can put up a fight, but like I don't know, man. I really don't see this going to a decision. I think one of these guys is going out. Yeah. Chidi's like insane, dude. Again, this is kind of a weird fight for Jared Gooden to take, especially because it's not like he has these really good takedowns where he's going to be able to hold down Chidi for an entire round. He can maybe hold down Chidi for a couple of minutes, but if Chidi wants to explode up, fuck, Chidi's going to do it. And if Chidi gets back to his feet, you have a lot of problems, man. Wow, I'm actually really surprised Jared took this fight. I kind of forgot this was on the card. I'm a little bit worried for Jared Gooden, man. I think I'm going to watch him get chinned this weekend, but hopefully I don't. But I think Chidi and Njokuani is just a little bit better than Jared Gooden. I think after coming back to the UFC, Jared Gooden is, I think, getting fed to the wolves a little bit. He's supposed to fight Kevin Jose too, and Kevin Jose probably would have beat the shit out of him too. No wonder. Whatever, we'll move on. Next on the main card, we have Grant Dawson versus Rafa García. Sorry, guys. I'm really trying to do this. Like, very, I don't know what the word is, but, like, my nose is getting stuffed. I'm stuttering. Like, this is just terrible. This fight breakdown is going downhill very quick. My bad. We're going to try and pick it up on the next one here. On the start of the main card, we have Grant Dawson, KGD, versus Rafa García. I'm going Grant Dawson. I don't know how you don't pick Grant Dawson. It's not like Rafa's bad. It's just like, bro, your best wins, Mahashante and Clay Guida. And Clay Guida, at a decision, you do not deserve to fucking be here. You should be taking that dude out. Very, very good cardio does Clay Guida have, but, like, dude, holy shit. This is insane. You should not be taking this old guy to a fucking decision. Grant Dawson also is a dude. He should not be taking dudes to a decision, but he's a lot better in wrestling than Rafa García is at anything. Grant Dawson is going to hold down Rafa García for 3 rounds. This will be your piss break in the middle of the fights. Unfortunately, this will be right before your co-main event of the evening, but, you know, maybe Grant Dawson gets a finish. It'd be impressive. Bobby Green's the last guy to do anything to him. Knocked him out with 1 punch, kind of grandfathered him. But Grant Dawson here is just, again, a guy who has the hurricane in the back of his mind, but a dude who does not give a shit. American top team athlete. Fighting Rafa García, who trained at Elevation Fight Team for this, I believe just for this fight against Grant Dawson. But I think Grant Dawson's a lot better, and like I said, in every single way. I think his wrestling is going to be shining through here. I think Rafa García is going to try and get him to stand for a little bit, even though Grant Dawson has good power in his hands. It's not like he can't strike. He can strike a little bit. Nothing like Rafa García, but it's not like Rafa García is nothing fucking pretty either. Like, Grant Dawson definitely probably has better power than Rafa García does. And I think Grant Dawson's going to shoot for a single leg every 5 seconds until he gets him down. And once he gets him down, he's going to hold him there and just do whatever he wants. He doesn't need to do anything. He can sit there for the entire round and, like, say hi to him if he wants. He's going to win the fight. It doesn't matter. Grant Dawson's going to win the fight over 2.5 rounds if you want to be petty. But Grant Dawson on the line is probably your best bet, seeing as I don't know if he's going to finish him or not. Co-main event of the evening, probably the worst co-main event I've ever seen in my fucking life. Brad Tavares versus Jung Park. I'm probably going to sleep through this one. Jung Park is probably going to submit Brad Tavares. Very good from the back, especially for our 185er. Nice grappling. Brad Tavares, shit, garbage, trash. Get him out of the UFC, please. I just don't like bro. It's just like what are you in the UFC for? What do you do? What do you do here? You're just here to feed to people. Like you're just a feed. If Jung Park loses his fight, he like the Andre Muniz split decision is just like fucking. I cannot believe that. But Jung Park here, I think he's gonna take down Brad Tavares inside the second round. I think he can submit him. I think he has superior grappling to Brad Tavares. Not that Brad Tavares is bad in wrestling. It's just that Jung Park is like that's his style, right? Brad Tavares tries to mix it up, tries to set stuff up with his hands. Jung Park's like, I'm just gonna try and take you down. Like this is just what it is. I'm gonna take you down. I'm gonna get you in an advantageous position. I'm gonna take your back, and this is how the fight's gonna go. I'm gonna get your neck. I'm gonna rip it apart. Brad Tavares on a little bit of the older side, plus 145 underdog. That's right. Extreme Couture having a little bit of a problem recently with fights not going their way. They're losing a lot of the time at this point. So they're having a little bit of a downward struggle right now. Maybe Brad Tavares can take that gym out of the water, but I think Jung Park, a Korean top team, especially, I believe that's is Korean top team one Superboy? Not I guess not Korean Superboy, Korean Zombie. I guess that's a separate gym. I think Jung Park, though, a Korean top team, he does have really good coaches. He does have some nice fighters too that I believe he's sparring with. He has a little bit bigger guys that he's sparring with as well, especially in the grappling. So I think Brad Tavares, I'm not too sure what Brad Tavares is doing, but if Jung Park can grapple with these bigger guys and choke them out, I think Brad Tavares is going to get fucked up. Again, for a co-main event, this is really sleeper status, but it is what it is, man. Hopefully the next card will be a little bit better. But we have the main event of the evening. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to drop a like. And if you guys haven't already subscribed, we have the main event. Brandon Royval versus Tatsuro Taira. You have to pick Tatsuro Taira, but do not be surprised about Brandon Royval. This guy's pulling out wins out of his asshole, bro. Knocked out Matheus Nicolai with like a picture-perfect knee. Almost the same knee that Bittencourt ate from, excuse me, Rocha. Like I was talking about earlier in Contender Series. Perfect knee, beat the shit out of him, knocked him out. Brandon Morono, split decision. I thought Morono won, whatever. Tatsuro Taira, man, 16-0, undefeated, almost all finishes, just mauling people, just finishing everyone. Hurt Alex Perez. He hurt his knee, but Alex Perez was actually doing some damage to him. He was actually winning that fight, I thought. So this is where the problem comes in. I'm going to pick Tatsuro Taira, but I'm probably going to bet Brandon Royval. And the reason for that is Brandon Royval at a plus 170 is unfair in my opinion. I think Tatsuro Taira should be even money on this. I think Tatsuro Taira at 16-0 has not proved enough. And the reason being is the Carlos Hernandez win. He caught him. Carlos Hernandez had his hands up, wrong side. He thought he was swinging to the left. He did an overhand right. Or it's vice versa, which one it is. Or left hook to the ground strike. So that means he was blocking to the right, but he thought he was going right, he went left. Carlos got caught. He doesn't normally get knocked out. I think that was his first knockout. Alex Perez was actually putting pace on Tatsuro Taira until he got hurt. He was doing well. He wasn't like just getting mauled. He was actually putting up a fight. And Alex Perez isn't exactly a fighter we expected to be putting that type of pressure on Tatsuro Taira. I think Brandon Royval, Raw Dog, is going to at least put up a fight. I think he can take 2 rounds away from Tatsuro Taira. I think plus 3.5 might be your best bet here, especially for Brandon Royval. It probably still will be plus money if you're on the betting side. Again, this isn't the betting prediction breakdown, but I'm just saying if you are on it, I'm just thinking about it in my head. It's just Tatsuro Taira, man. I don't know if he's going to be able to finish Brandon Royval. He's not a guy that gets finished very often. Very, very rarely will this guy get finished. He got finished by Alexander Pantoja to a rear naked choke and then went back and fought him to a decision. Lost it almost every single round, but still went to a decision. I think Tatsuro Taira here is looking to make a big title jump. I'm still going to pick him. But I think Brandon Royval might be your best money-making option here. I guess, again, like you can't bet Tatsuro Taira props here. There's no point. Brandon Royval, man, you don't know what's going to happen. He's 16-7, but this guy's a savage. He's beaten everyone that's top of the top in the game. By MMA math, he would be champion 3 times probably. It is what it is. Factory X is a good gym too. And Tatsuro Taira's I know nothing about who he's training with, so I don't know. But I think Tatsuro Taira will probably get it done this weekend. It's just Brandon Royval plus 3.5 is pretty nice, especially seeing as you cover the 3 rounds and the 3 points on the spread, especially when you think Brandon Royval is going to be able to get to a close fight. A close fight where he takes a couple rounds away from Tatsuro Taira. Anyway, guys, that's all I have for you today. Hopefully you all enjoyed. I will see you guys tomorrow for the betting breakdown, seeing as I'm releasing this on Wednesday since I'm slow. And that's all I got for you. Have a good day. Peace.